Hey everybody, how is it going? It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I've just realized, you know what? I don't have a chess video to put out today, so let's hop into the rapid pool. Haven't played any chess at all yet today. Little bit rusty, but maybe we can find our form and maybe we can find an opponent with 110,000 players online. This is the most I've ever seen at this point in the afternoon. That's a crazy amount, right? For 2 p.m., usually it's like 90. Wow, lots of people playing chess today. Going up against Pawn X. This is somebody, would like a take back? Absolutely, you got it. What would you like to have played instead? E4? Did you accidentally move your d-pawn? What? Sorry, aborting too many games will result in a, what? All right. He didn't want to play. Wait, that's genius. He's like, I can't commit to this game. Maybe something happened and he had to go. So he like aborted. I'm not really sure because he needed to make sure he didn't lose any rating points. Sigu 18 2023 winner. Uh-oh, this guy is the winner of something. We'll have to play some very impressive elephant gambits here against this provisionally rated player. Just trying to get an idea of the general strength. Might be slightly overrated at 2100, maybe not. Let's play the game and see if we can find out for ourselves. So the knight f6, elephant gambit, one of my absolute favorites. Oh, and I've been meaning to look at this line. I told myself I was going to analyze this, but then I had to play Blitz because I needed to make a video. What's the guy meant to do in my situation? So I'm pretty sure this is the idea, but I'm actually just trying to think. Like if he took here, I would actually, be very happy. But I think what's going to happen is he is going to take here. And I'm trying to figure out if there's anything serious going on. Like in that position, would I be able to take and play here? FIDE rating man. Okay, I will look it up for you. Don't worry, boss. It's as easy as Jonathan Schrantz's FIDE rating. It's 19 something. Holy cow! They actually summarize it. Jonathan Schrantz is a chess player from the United States of America with a standard rating of 1974. FIDE rating? 1974. I'll go ahead and grab this guy while we're looking at this position. All right, you've taken a lot of my time. I had to look it up for you, but there you go. A rating higher than my birth age, my birth year. Let's go. Or no, lower. No, lower. No, I'm not that old. I was born after 74. All right, let's try not to get too distracted. I think taking is a great move. I'm considering what the options are of going here. I wonder why he asked. I don't know. I mean, you can see all my ratings. They're all kind of the same. Okay. Wow. Stop going so fast. I get scared. This might not be the dumbest move. It does put a bishop behind a pawn. But if you ever play d4 now, I can open it up. And it does get me to castle a little bit sooner. So let's go with this. Okay. And it looks like one of those two-knight positions where you usually take. And I guess I'll bring this guy out. But I also have bishop here. And I don't see any tactical trick for him. And this kind of threatens to win a pawn, but it doesn't. Okay, wait. Okay, I will start with this. And, oops, if you want to play here. I don't think there's a trick like I can take and then somehow play queen here, threatening something in here. With after h3, there's none of that. I was looking at some tactics. But if you're willing to play g4, I think I'll be happy. And I just want to get my pieces out to sensible spots. Take it from there. Another option would be queen f6, pinning this pawn and threatening to take, and maybe making it more likely that they play g4. It's kind of an interesting move. It doesn't feel entirely correct, because at some point my queen will come under attack, and the rook might want to belong here attacking this guy anyway. You know what? Since we put a little bit of thought into it, let's just go ahead You ever had that, hey, well, I guess since I thought about it, I guess I will just do it? That's what just happened right there. I'll get this guy out. Would love to put this knight on c6, but then I run into this. I think I want to encourage him to move this pawn. But he also has c4 coming. He's also moving a lot quicker than me. So maybe I can pick up the pace here. So I'm not scared of this. Because now I'll just move my queen. Threatening this, so I expect him to go here. And a really boring option would be to take. And trade a lot of stuff. So I probably will try to avoid that. If it's possible. Is there anything more active that I could consider? If he plays rook e1, which I would expect. Is there anything more active? I mean, I can just try to, like, play the endgame and insist that my pawn structure is better. But you get 2 bishops, but guess what? My pawn structure is better. All right. I don't know. It's just kind of a long day. It's later in the evening. Meaning 2 o'clock. But I haven't had lunch. So I'm not ready for the tactical melee that may ensue here. And I feel like I'm moving really slow. I feel like molasses. Now I need to avoid here. And then this tactic. Losing a rook. So I will need a good location for this knight. Which I think is right here. Because I'm probably playing this move to prevent any tactics. So that I can bring my rook over. I'm trying to think if there's any reason to instead try to bring the rook into the game a different way. But I'm going to go here. And now I like my knight here because I'm covering this square. This is like a big weakness that he actually could target if he's willing to give up the bishop. And maybe he will. Like maybe this bishop goes somewhere and tries to take my knight. I think it would be pretty reasonable to do. That's interesting. So he gives up the bishop. Which is very curious to me. But probably takes, and it's like very close to a draw. So that's fine. We will, we'll just play into it. This is probably the most boring game I think I've ever played. But, you know, you can't play so exciting every day, can you? Maybe you can. All right, but don't worry. This pawn structure is slightly better for me. So I'm not worried. I'm going to play here. Wait, this is a super good move, right? Preventing these kinds of ideas. Now I gain time by attacking that pawn and bring my king up. So he has king here. Oh, he also has there. Yeah. Good point. Good point. I see your point. And I do respect it. Man. Imagine playing against the Elephant Gambit. You give a guy... All you can do is give a guy a winning position on the first thing if they want to play boring. I guess I also could have played a little bit more provocatively maybe at some point myself, but... Yeah, I don't know. All right, I'll play here. After some en passant, though, he might be sneaking down here. I don't think it's anything to worry about. But I worry about everything. Ooh. Now I have to make a decision. Based upon knowledge of endgames? Seems unlikely. I might rather have an a-pawn. But I don't think I can get an a-pawn here. So now he'll attack from behind. Right? You'll provoke me. Because then either I have to go here But this pawn becomes a little bit weak. Or I have to go here to defend it. Interesting move. It's a very good move. I guess I'm gonna pass. This is actually trickier than I thought. He's gonna go here at some point. Just pass. If I go here at some point and... For some reason I thought maybe there'd be some g5, but I think I'm just hallucinating due to lack of food. But okay, I will defend this guy. Wait, I can also go here, which is probably a better square. So let's defend from here. So this actually was a good improvement for me to get this bishop out here. And maybe I can go here and get the king more active. Maybe I can shuffle my king back this way. Either way. Probably this maneuver. Probably going to the center. Ooh, pawn on a dark square. Can't wait to take advantage of it. So let's reposition our king over here. With opposition. In some way that I could win this is if he ever goes here and I can get a bunch of targets on dark squares. Oh, wow. Really? Really, really, really? Quick calculato. You know, just some random endgame where we end up with opposition right here. Does anything become of that? Let's start with this move. Wait. He can't... Wait, can he walk in? He can't walk into a checkmate. So there's no, like, checkmate. So I can take the opposition. Which is probably my best chance of winning this. If he goes here, I can always go here. And then he'll need to make a decision. These endgames are always very difficult. But it looks like it's just a draw. I think here, 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 here is just quite simply a draw. And I think that he has spotted this. But maybe I can run him out of reserve tempi. Because now if here, 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 it's a battle of who can get the move. So wait a minute. Can I win a king and pawn endgame to save my life? Like, it's probably a draw, but let's see. So now he has to go here. So I need to set this up. I go one square. Because now if you go here, I go here. And then your king needs to make a decision. And if you go left, I go right. And if you go right, I go left. And I think we're winning. But I've never won a king and pawn endgame. I'm the super crazy tactics guy. But after 2 o'clock, when I haven't had any food, and I just really need to post a video very badly, maybe I'm the endgame guy. I go here. And I do promise to spend a little bit more time studying this line, because I am running into it a lot. I think I'm going to spend a lot of time studying Elephant Gambit Declined. But here's an endgame you can win. And let's actually check it out. Because I know that there's got to be, against this line, there's so many different ways of declining it, but the most popular is knight to c3. So I should come up with some better stuff. There is, bishop to d6 is an idea right here. That's going to require a little bit more investigation. But what I played was here. And I'm inviting my opponent to take this. But my opponent didn't take it. And the line goes here, here. I was considering here. But this is actually really bad after queen to e2. So maybe if my opponent knew, they should have gone for something sharper like this. Maybe there's some playable thing. It didn't quite feel right. This whole game is premised off of a bad opening. But hopefully it was still enjoyable. e4 also felt like an idea, but bishop to d6 Most people are playing bishop c4, which maybe is a mistake, but it makes sense that people would try to hold on to this. But now you have e4. Most people are going to d4 rather than to g5, which is what the computer wants. There is some castling, so there's quite a few lines to actually look at. But wow, most people stumble into a trap. Wow, so this is totally worth it. If most people go castles, castles, bishop takes h2, and you win. This is a Greek gift. Most people fall for a Greek gift, so I'm 100% gonna come back and try this on the next go-round, because you have to take this in order to avoid the checkmate. And then you can take back with a bishop or a queen. Okay, cool. So that's actually an amazing trap to keep in mind for the future. So next time, bishop to d6 is what we're going to throw at him. But in this game, my opponent just brought this guy out. Now I played bishop to d6, which is cool. And this position is around equal. I decided to capture here. I decided to go for the pin. If I don't go for the pin now, maybe they'll play h3. Maybe not a big deal. But I decided to keep this on. Bishop b2 maybe is a little bit weird. This feels a little bit weird and is probably wrong. I was trying to force g4, but here now I actually have some sort of advantage. And I'm wondering if the advantage is all in some endgame or something. But the computer plays the queen to one of these two moves. Queen f4 is weird because g4. But if here, it doesn't even take back. The idea is to play queen to d4 and make this counter threat, forcing me to go here and only then taking, which is quite remarkable. Because if you take right away, this is some winning position. This is how I was meant to somehow win this, and I go here instead of here, and then I bring a rook in, rook e4. Man, okay, so things actually could have gotten, I should have provoked g4 a lot harder, but I just stayed around here, and then I went into this, which is good for me. It's a good endgame, but it's not really that good. Maybe I could have done a little bit better. Was anything missed here? Now we're playing some boring endgame. And okay, I guess I'm correct to kind of go into this. Maybe I should keep rooks on the board, because this is very, very, very drawish. It's funny that I have a very, very, very slight advantage. Uh-oh, I threw away my minus 0.1 advantage. Oh dear, I've let it all slip away. Uh-oh, he's got that plus 0.2 advantage. So probably nobody ever messed anything up here. Just want to double check. See if there's anything horrible that was missed. Not too much to say about all these moves. But yeah, okay, minus 0.1. Like, it's close now to being something. And how could white have saved this? So white is not losing here, but you have to play h4, which is, I think, what I expected. Because now if I play here, you have this move. And then it's me that needs to move away. And now when you move away, it doesn't matter as much, because if you get this position, this will be a draw for white. So this is what the opponent kind of needed to do. But because they moved their king away, I'm actually better with king g5, but that might mean that it's some draw. This is some line you got to calculate, which I won't waste everybody's time with, but I'll leave it an analysis if you actually want to deep dive into this endgame. But instead, he just played here. h4 still is a draw, because if I go here, you have this move, and we're back into the draw line. But they did make a mess up, so yeah, this is kind of a good endgame technique. I can't believe I'm explaining an endgame technique on the internet. But if you did like it, please subscribe for hopefully slightly more aggressive games in the future. But I'm only going to play one game today because I got to go eat some lunch. See you later.